a muscle injury, is it better for Ancelotti to call up a replacement like João Pedro or risk Neymar missing some games?
It's a tough question. I will be Ancelotti. According to Neymar latest past, I would say yes. I wouldn't take any risk. I will call João Pedro and make sure that you have all the players 100%. Neymar is a big star. It's hard to take a decision like that because of the fans, because of what he can create still on the field. But I wouldn't take any risk. And I would say, no. I need a full squad, and I'm very sorry for Neymar, but I have to change and take another decision.
Maybe Ancelotti is just flat out a genius. Maybe he saw this coming. And maybe he named Neymar to the initial squad, and everybody went crazy, and now there were no longer stories about whether Neymar was going to the World Cup or not, which was essentially 8 out of 10 stories about this Brazilian national team was about Neymar and that very same question. And the fact that Ancelotti picked him, well, you no longer have to answer that question. But maybe he knew that given Neymar's recent past, there was a likelihood that within the next month, his fitness concerns were going to be an issue, and they would come up. And if they came up, it gives you an easy out. Neymar, you cannot go because you have calf problems. João Pedro, come on now. You were my number one the whole time. Welcome to the Brazilian national team.
Oh,
maybe Ancelotti is that kind of genius.
When's the deadline to name the squad, your final 26? No?
June 2nd.
June 2nd?
Yeah.
Oh, baby, yeah. Well, I'm all in this conspiracy theory.
Okay. Well, got one of those magic 8 balls?
Yes.
Well, I mean, here's in the overall picture when it comes to Neymar and Brazil. If Brazil are depending on Neymar to be a difference maker or the difference maker for this team in the latter stages of this competition, then the issues for Brazil are much bigger and wider. He cannot be the guy and the hope of a nation. If he is, then Brazil are in trouble.
I was just going to say, I feel the same, but I was reluctant to say it. I've been on far too many documentaries already, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm just staying out to this one.
Talking about Neymar.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Not a very positive way.
I was just one of the documentaries I've been on, so I'm just,
Oh.
But now you've said it, you've put it back out there.
No, Ali said it.
Yeah, but now that you've mentioned documentaries and
First time I've seen him I've never met him in my life.
the algorithm.
I've never met him in my life. Don't try to get me involved in whatever he's doing over there. I don't know him.
Shaq. Very quick you went with that finger. Is that guy?
Yeah, him. never seen him before. Like Jews with his kids.
Yeah.
I've never seen him before in my life.
Signing of the Premier League season. Frank, Semenyo, Guehi, Lamens, Xhaka, Cherki, Roofs, anyone else?
You know what? I'm hesitating between Guehi and Xhaka. Cherki had a tough start. Semenyo only signed for half of a season, even if he was absolutely fantastic. Guehi as well, half a season. Xhaka was the X fighter for Sunderland, and if Sunderland is positioned in that position, this at the end of the season, is because of a guy like him, because of his leadership, his mentality, his hard work. And he suffered so much at the beginning with Arsenal, so I want to give big credit to Xhaka. This season, it was for me the best signing.
Agreed. I'm Granit Xhaka. Sunderland are expected to go down. Let's be honest. If you ask Sunderland what a good season looks like, it will be to finish 17th and stay in the Premier League. Now all of a sudden, Sunderland playing European football next season, and then Granit Xhaka is a big part of that. He's the best signing of the season for me.
100% Granit Xhaka. And Frank was just talking about it there. When he left Arsenal, it's almost as if he was left for dead in terms of the Premier League perspective. He went to Bayer Leverkusen and had the sort of success that he had at Bayer Leverkusen. And then what I thought he brought to Bayer Leverkusen, then he carried on to Sunderland, is leadership, mentality, presence, maturity, things that were not part of his game when he was at Arsenal, and things that he was criticized for and lacking those sort of things, those sort of intangibles. He brought all of that with him. So it shows you that a player may not have success early on. He goes and finds the place in which he really fits, in which he can really have the presence of a player that he wants to be. Continue to grow, continue to evolve, continue to get better, and then from Bayer Leverkusen back into the Premier League, and there were no questions as to whether his lack of pace or lack of maturity or lack of leadership or lack of presence. He brought all of those things. I think Granit Xhaka, in going back to Sunderland and playing the manner in which he did, was outstanding.
Yeah, that leadership and mentality so needed by so many clubs right now. Granit Xhaka bringing it to Sunderland. All the guys unanimous in picking Xhaka there. All right, Alonso or De Zerbi? Who's the better coach? And who's stepping into the better situation, Frank? Who will finish higher next season? Chelsea or Spurs?
Are you kidding me or what? we have Spurs in our hands for like 30 years, you know. They struggle with that. And I have Spurs fans in my close to me as friends, you know, so I have no problem saying that. But I've seen De Zerbi doing well with Marseille, but struggling after that. I want to believe that Xabi Alonso is a better coach than De Zerbi. Of course, he will have to prove it. De Zerbi did well at the end of the season, you know, saving Spurs. But I want to believe that Xabi Alonso, what he did with Bayer Leverkusen, has proven that he can be a fantastic coach, and if he has all the control, can do very well. So I want to believe that he's going to do better than De Zerbi with Spurs.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I concur.
You concur. Ale, who do you think is going to have the best World Cup campaign among these three players?
Are you going to tell me who the three
Yeah,
players
sorry,
are?
I just got a message in my ear, but I'm worried now to continue. I need the producer to tell me what he just told me then.
Okay, all right. Do you want me to read the players?
Okay. Okay.
Are you having a conversation with the
I'm
producer
having a
right now?
conversation with the producer right now.
A secret girl. No, I'm a little bit concerned.
He gave me a when I was about to read the question,
Yeah.
there was a concern with the fact that Xavi Simons is injured, so we don't need to include Xavi Simons here.
Well, I wasn't going to include Xavi Simons anyway.
And then I got worried that I hadn't heard him properly. Okay.
Yeah, so Xavi Simons is not part of this conversation.
He isn't, but Florian Wirtz and Jude Bellingham are.
Yes. And I would say, actually, that in my opinion, it's Florian Wirtz who will have potentially the better World Cup of those two. Jude Bellingham has had an up and down relationship, if you can call it up and down, with Thomas Tuchel and what his role is with England. There's a lot of discussion about that, and as to where is he going to play, what's his best position, and whether Thomas Tuchel will use him in that best position, whatever that position may be. As for Florian Wirtz, even in the pinnacle of his struggles, reported struggles at Liverpool early on, whenever there were FIFA dates and moments and opportunities to go and play with Germany, this guy showed up on the field under Julian Nagelsmann. He was just bawling. Goal, goal. And you're thinking, wait. Where's that every other weekend with Liverpool? And that is the question that I imagine Liverpool fans would be asking themselves. But come the World Cup, Florian Wirtz, in Germany, he's allowed to do whatever he wants in the attack. He's allowed to take positions with freedom. He can come and get the ball short if he wants to. He can go into the left-hand side if he wants to. He can go underneath. He can go on the right-hand side. He can be a playmaker, or he can be in advanced positions ahead of the ball. He is given that freedom from Julian Nagelsmann, and it's a team that on the attack is very talented and has a lot of players that can interchange. Jamal Musiala, for example. And so, I find that Florian Wirtz will have, if it is between Jude Bellingham and Florian Wirtz is more likely to have the better World Cup.
I concur.
All right, very economical today, Shaq. I like it.
Frank.
I concur too in a way that I agree with Ali. Florian Wirtz has been very good with the Mannschaft, where Jude Bellingham is having ups and downs. I think Jude Bellingham needs to be physically at 100% to show all his talent, his energy and his skills. And so far, I didn't see that at all during the season, on top of being injured. But I didn't see something sparkling from his game. So I will have to pick Florian Wirtz.
Okay, that will do it for the latest edition of Extra Time.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go and have a conversation with the producer.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be really exciting.
Have you got any plans tonight? Anyway, thank you so much for sending in your questions.